Now, as a broke 25-year-old club photographer, Max Bocanegra was your typical frat bro. He loved drugs, he loved partying, but most off, he loved making that easy money. Now, working at the clubs on the weekends, he was always fascinated by those guys who just threw around cash like it was nothing in the air, and always hoping to find the secret to make that kind of money. He always asked these guys what they did for work, but honestly, their answers were kind of disappointing. But that night at the club, Miguel caught his eye, throwing hundreds in the air, buying bottles all around, handing out key bumps to the hottest chicks in the club. And as Max walked up to him and asked the question, what do you do for work? Miguel said, human trafficking. Now, while the whole thing kind of seemed like a joke, Miguel did have a clothing brand, and wouldn't you know it, he needed a photographer for an upcoming photo shoot. So as Max and Miguel exchanged numbers that night, Max, he was excited for the photo shoot gig, but more excited to learn what the hell this Miguel guy actually did for money. That week in an empty warehouse downtown, the photo shoot went flawlessly. The clothing was cool, the model seemed hot, but when four Honduran nationals showed up unannounced on the photo shoot, that's when Max learned this guy wasn't kidding. This whole clothing brand was just a front for him to clean his cash, because Miguel was a certified human trafficker. Now, Max had been desperate to move up in the world. He begged Miguel to get in any way he could, because while Max didn't have any experience in the criminal arts or hell even speak Spanish, he had one thing going for him: the hustle. But who was Miguel? Now, his family had a small smuggling ring that contracted out with the cartels. The cartels would bring the illegals over the border, and Miguel's family would take people past the immigration checkpoints within the United States. Now, these checkpoints are gnarly to get through. Millions of dollars are put in by the government, dozens of agents, helicopters in the sky with cameras looking all around. And Miguel's family got paid to smuggle people past that. Now, the benefit to smuggling like this is that if you're the cartel bringing people over the border, if you get caught, there's really no excuse to get you out of that one. But if you're taking illegals through the United States like Miguel's family did, well, you just tell the cops, "Oh, officer, I didn't know they were illegal immigrants. I just picked up some hitchhikers." And as long as you had less than 6 of them, you get let off every time. Now, Max was intrigued. It seemed less risky, it paid pretty well, and the ramifications of getting caught just really weren't that extreme. And after convincing his family that this white guy Max could possibly work hard as a coyote, Max was hired on by Miguel's family for his first smuggling run. As they headed from Corpus Christi to Falfurrias, Texas, in the middle of nowhere was a ranch house, a chicken coop, and a trailer filled with dozens of illegals, shaved Mexicanos listening on police scanners, all in the house. To Max, he had never seen anything like this. He had grown up middle class. This whole thing to him felt like a goddamn movie set.